Welcome everybody to today's edition of the Doc OG Show. And on today's edition of the Doc OG Show, I just want to speak about envy and jealousy. For black men, I think, especially for successful black men, entrepreneurs that was once entrepot Negroes, I think envy and jealousy is very prominent in our lives. It's a lot more difficult for us to see jealousy and envy because of the way that it presents itself. For example, so it's this thing that they say, right? This rhetoric that they say. When you make it, don't go back in the hood. You might get robbed. You might get killed. You might die. You know, even though those things are true, that might happen to you. You also might rob or get killed. You know, just walking down your street or your neighborhood, right? But what I'm speaking of is the envy, right? The envy that you sense it. Let's just be real. You see it, but you avert your eyes away from it. Like, no, I'm not saying that. You don't want to believe that you're saying what you're saying. But what you see is a perception, if you understand what I'm saying. So, how can I break it down? Let me see. Okay, so I guess when I used to be in the streets, when I was a child and I used to see people, come back from college, I used to always say, wow, what a dummy. Like, who would want to go to a college environment where there are a lot of girls, right? And there's time for learning and education and pushing yourself forward to come back to the hood to sell rocks, right? Dimes, nickels, quarters, like whatever you selling. But those were all dropouts. So I was like, hey, really dumb. Like, you're a dropout. Like, it's nothing you can tell me about college. Like, there's nothing you can tell me about your experience that'll make me want to go because you dropped out to come back here. It's like, so obviously here is better than there. That's what I used to think, right? So there was really no envy, right? There was really no jealousy and no envy for my part because it's like, dude, you dropped out of a great situation to come back here. So now I guess the envy that I see is, just the small things like the B word and things of that nature. Like someone would say, you're a B, you're a B, you're a B, you're soft, you're weak, you're this. No, it's not that I'm a B. I'm not soft. I'm still the same person that'll whoop your ass like I did when we was little. It's just that my target on what my enemy is or what my opponent is has changed. I'm no longer targeting, people from the same environment that I came from. Like, I don't want to fight you and get a W or, like, hey, I fought such and such. I'm tougher than hood. Like, come on, get out of here. Like, life is bigger than that. And that tough stuff doesn't even mean nothing unless you're in the hood or in jail. Like, that tough crap, that I want to box crap, like, go to the boxing ring if you want to do all of that stuff. Like, that stuff doesn't get you anywhere in real life because, like, all the fights I've been in, I've never felt better after the fight. Unless someone was trying to, like, rob me or take something from me, and that's another situation. But other than that, I've never felt better, after the fight. So I think it's just envy. It's just people who want to push you to demean yourself or to lower your status and to lower who you are, in a way. Some people can't stand the fact that you come from the same exact place from them and they're not the one in your position. I'm not talking about a dollar amount. I'm just mean because let's just get straight to it. If I lose my medical license right now, yes, I won't be able to practice medicine. Yes, I won't have the same amount of money, allocated to my bank accounts that I have now, but I will still retain the medical knowledge. I will still be able to save life with my bare hands, people. I will still retain the knowledge. And people are envious and jealous of that. Just because you have that knowledge, just because you have a formidable brain, where you can assimilate a different vernacular, where you can decipher large medical words like a Da Vinci Code. You can break multiple things down. You can understand things for yourself, which is the best type of mindset to have. But it scares people. It makes them want to be around you, but they don't. It's like they're proud of you for getting somewhere, but they also envy you too. Like they hold you up in high regard, but they also want to see you fall. It's like a balloon, with helium in it. Like you're holding it up. You're like, hey, look at this balloon with helium in it. I got it. But you also want to let the damn balloon go. Get the hell out of here. I don't care about the stupid balloon. That's how you are. So it can really get to you. Can really get you down because you call yourself a product of the people. You always wanted to that's why you set out. You set out on this voyage to conquest the goal that you made internally for yourself, to say, when people see black men of the urban community, they're going to see me as well. When people see me, they're going to see black men of the urban community. So, I carry them, but whew, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Man, everybody in that community doesn't want to see you make it, and everybody in that community doesn't want you to carry them. They want to stay right where they are, doing the same thing that they're doing, so they can keep on with the same excuse. I live in the ghetto. I come from the ghetto, so I'm not supposed to have anything. You're supposed to want to help me because I'm from the ghetto. I'm from the ghetto. If I go around your neighborhood and I'm trying to make it all better and put Whole Foods here and Walmart's here, then guess what? You don't live in the ghetto anymore. So technically, you can't keep using that same old what's the word I'm looking for when something goes out of style? I don't even know. But that same old ass, that same old excuse of just, I'm a product of my environment. So this is why, I don't have anything. This is why I act like this. As long as you're looking for an excuse not to be successful, you're always going to have an excuse. Come on, guys. Like, it's 2020. Like, you got to play the game. Like, you got to jump in the game. You got to want to win the game. You got to want to play the game. There's a reason why, I remember I used to want to buy all these expensive shoes and clothing and Versace this and Louis this and Prada that and Gucci this and stuff that I never wore when I was a child. I graduated school and started hanging around my old friends. I call associates. But, it's like, wow. They're telling me, oh, you're not up in style. This is what we're wearing now. So my stupid ass, I go out and stop buying $1,000 shoes, $1,200 blazers, and $2,000 shoes that I just threw them all away. I looked at them last night. I threw every single last one of those shoes in a damn trash can. Like what the hell was I thinking? Why am I spending money that I never spent before to impress people that I wasn't trying to impress before? Like, what I'm just like, what am I doing? So, I'm just trying to get back to myself, man, you have to change your surroundings. You have to change the people that you're around, because they can program your mind. They can change your mind. And the things we talk about is different as well, You can't expect them to want to talk about stocks and bonds. You can't expect them to want to talk about investing. You can't expect them to enjoy, talking about reading different types of books and things of that nature, because, the things that they enjoy, it's different. You're matured now. You have a mature nature. So the things that they enjoy and you enjoy are just different. I enjoy going to the gym and working out, running for 30 minutes. Like, that's it. I'm not a football player. I don't want to lift weights, but I just want to run and just get my cardiovascular activity increase, get my cardiac output increases, just to open my vascular system, open my capillaries, just bring more oxygenated red blood vessels into my bloodstream, so that I can just open up those muscles that are contract and have high contractility and cause me to have these tension knots and these trigger points in my back. I like exercising. Video games used to do that for me. Video games used to relax me. They don't anymore. I like going to a nice little lounge and having wine. Strip clubs used to do that for me. It doesn't do that for me anymore. It was a time when I started to believe that I was depressed because activities that was once pleasurable to me just aren't pleasurable to me anymore. And it's not me. You're not depressed. It's called maturing, fool. It's called growing up, dummy. That's what it's called. So you can't expect everyone to think the way that you think because you're growing, you're maturing, and they're gonna mature in their own fashion, in their own way. You're gonna mature in your own way, So you just have to see the envy, you have to see the jealousy, you have to see it, and you have to want to get away from it. Because if you don't, it'll stagnate you. It'll stagnate you. And that's all I want to talk about today. 10 minutes is too long for me. Jealousy and envy, man. You have to watch out for it from your own people. From your own people. Becoming successful as a black man is not easy. Dude, I feel like I have a mark on my back. I feel like the police want to kill me and the dudes in the hood want to kill me. I don't know who the rough rough. I feel like the woman trying to lock me down to have a baby or give me some sort of, something I can't throw back, some sort of disease I can't throw back. But I don't know, man. I just want to live my life and save lives, man, and just make a change the world. Try to at least if I can. It's not about the money with me, man. Like there are a million other things you can do that'll make you 10 times more money in life than medicine. Believe me, and you'll sleep a whole lot better. Like by hours of sleep, I diminished from 6 to 7 hours now to 3 to 4 hours a night. But this is the occupation that I chose. I wouldn't choose anything else to save the world. I wouldn't choose anything else. But yeah, we just have to merge together, black people. The same amount of attention and time and accolade and cheer that we give to athletes and entertainers, we need to give that to our successful black men in academia. Whether they come from the hood or not, everybody don't got to get shot like me. Everybody don't got to get stabbed like me. Everybody don't got to get ran over by a car like me. Everybody don't have to be incarcerated like me. All before the age of 17. Everybody doesn't have to go through that, but I went through. That's my life. That doesn't have to be your life. That's my life. And I'm here now, graduated top 1 percentile of my class too. What you want to do, look it up. Never had a B minus. Now that I think about it, I think I only had 1 B plus. I'm an overachiever. No, but life is good, man. Just unfortunate of the envy that I've been receiving. It's just came into fruition for me. I guess it's always been there since I graduated school. I just was too blind to see it because, here I am. Hey, let me help my... Even though I know one of them might stab me in the back, but let me help my people is the thing. But now you have to elevate as you grow. You can't keep going back to help others and you're not excelling yourself. Like, you're constantly going back to help somebody else. Like, life is leaving you behind, bro. Help yourself first. Get to the top yourself. Then you can put the ladder back down. But I need to climb all the way up this ladder. Every time I take a step up, I take 5 steps back to bring one of you with me. Then I got to get back to where I was just to get back. And then I look back, it's 3 more I got to climb up. So, and then all of that is just pulling me down. Like I said, crab in the barrel mentality, they will pull you down. If your friends aren't helping you grow, then they're helping you stay the same. If your friends aren't helping stretch your vision, then they're just choking your dreams. So you have to howl and soar with eagles, and not just bark at the moon, with wolves. You have to get the most that you can get out of life, because I'm blessed to be in this position. I'm blessed, and I know people right now are fighting and clawing and scratching, signing applications and recommendation letters and doing volunteer hours in the hospital and the fire department so they can get where I am, and studying for countless hours to get here. So I'm definitely blessed. It's definitely a miracle. So I just try to take time out of my day when I'm not clocked in to talk to you guys and just to give you guys a little bit of intuition, just to give you guys a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of my spirit, a little bit of my candor and my velour, what God blessed me with, this mental savagery. No, but off to a good new year, Happy New Year to all you guys, and we'll see you in the next episode of the Dr. OG Show. Stay tuned. Goodbye.